Have events live now. Anyways, ooh, where am I? Make sure my public view is showing me as going. Oops. Click the live button. Oh, okay. Okay, so. Oh, I should bring up VatSIM. It doesn't like being in the taskbar there. My ATIS is connected, correct? It is connected on Echo. Yes, it is. Ah. Okay, so I'm streaming. Good. In about 1 minute. Yep, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, so welcome to another night in Winnipeg. So I'm getting a little sick, so sorry if I sound like crud and I sniff a lot, but 'tis the price I pay. Still using single screen. Ah, there we go. ATIS. Just had 3 planes depart, sadly. I can't say just had. It's been some time since they departed. But that's okay. I'm now online and we're ready to roll. I'll check my comments as often as possible. So if you're a pilot, come fly. This is Winnipeg Airport, which is Charlie Yankee Whiskey Golf. The active runway is currently 31. The winds are about 10 knots. And clear skies right now. It's the RK1 departure. Runway 31 is an ILS arrival. But for tower that doesn't matter, as it's the arrival controller that will get them lined up to the ILS glide scope. I just basically cleared them in. I do have somebody saying that they'll come flying in today, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, like, it's gonna be pretty interesting, I hope. A pretty fun day. What's my FPS at? 5, 7, 8, 7. That's weird. It's supposed to be 30, but that's okay. So really, all I can do now is sit and wait for planes to arrive. It's going to it came from Ottawa to Vancouver. But yeah, basically there's no dashed lines coming in, so no one's coming into Winnipeg yet. I did just decide that I'll do it an extra hour instead of 1 hour. I'll be here for 2 hours for sure. So we'll see how that goes. Oops, I opened the wrong one. So I hope everything sounds good when pilots contact me. I've got it set up, so you guys should be able to hear it. I was playing around with the live videos yesterday, trying to see how well it sounds, and the audio was quiet, but I've made some changes and I've done a few tests and it sounds good, so hopefully I have fixed that problem. So after my first contact anyways with someone, I'll check over the stream myself and I'll see how well it sounded, and from there I'll see if I need to make any changes. So anyone watching, basically, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I will try and answer them as soon as I can, as soon as I get them, pretty much. I don't really think I have anything else to say at this moment. Just gonna be incredibly boring until someone gets here. So yeah, if you have comments, feel free to just send them in. Let me know. I'll answer as many questions as I can. Not sure if anyone else is going to be online for Winnipeg. We got a few people online at Vancouver there. That's Edmonton. There's Winnipeg. That is Ontario, Toronto. UL is Montreal. QM is the East Coast. Gander, Moncton Gander, basically. Oceanic. Yeah. CZQX. Nope, I don't know that one. CZQX. CYVR, which is Vancouver. CZGG. CYWG. CYUL, which is Montreal. Oh, QX is Oceanic. And got Gander, got Oceanic, and that's Shanwick. What was the other one I was? Oh wait, I think I see it down here. QM is Moncton. There we go. Okay, so that's Moncton, that's Moncton, Gander, and Oceanic. So yeah. Find me again. Oh. I think I just did that slightly. Yes, I did. Okay, so focus my stuff. Still nothing on the ground. And no current comments. So anyways, this is... I'll talk about the program a little. This is Euroscope. VRC used to be the old program, Virtual Radar Client. Personally, I don't know. I still liked VRC features, but I'm starting to get used to Euroscope the more I use it. It is a pretty powerful software. Don't do that. Let's just leave stuff alone before I break it, actually. No, this is Zulu time. This isn't like desktop time, which you should see up here, right? Up here. That's my local time, which is just past 7. And this is Zulu time, which is 1 AM on the 6th. Here's basically a short METAR. Sure, I could have made it bigger, but I can't figure it out. I don't want to double click because that kills it, and then I don't exactly remember how to do it. I know clicking it brings it down here. So basically the one I just made, which is Echo, ATIS Echo, would be for the midnight, which is the 0000 Zulu. Next one won't come in usually until about 1:30. I think it's every hour on the half hour, unless the weather changes so drastically it needs a sooner update. But usually it's every hour on the half hour, which is weird. I think that's just the delay between real world ATIS, because basically all this stuff is using is real world weather. So these are actual real world conditions. So I think it's just a delay from it being released real world ATIS to getting it on the VatSIM servers and wherever they pull their weather data from. There's a couple of servers. I shouldn't do that though. Ping will destroy my thing a little bit. But basically, and then this is VatSIM, which is what I use to keep an eye on the skies. Let's get my FRR. Flying over from Vancouver to Toronto Pearson is grayed out because yeah, these 3 people. It's been like 2 hours that they've been online. I've only been online for like 15 minutes. Just constantly checking my comments to make sure I'm not ignoring people. So yeah, don't worry, I'm not ignoring you. If you have questions, let me know. I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. I don't know why these show up. Sometimes they're close to me, like Minneapolis. But some of them are just like way off. So I've never get it. Never really understood it. It is good for when other Winnipeg controllers come online, you know they're there. This little box here is the voice. Actually, what I can do is add in a new camera and a cursor. Transition to it so you can see. Oh, it's not exactly what I planned on, is it? Never mind. We'll just transition back to the full screen and drop that. Okay, so but yeah, basically those will be what I was connected to me on the my voice server. So no planes, controllers that are listening to me when I push down the push to talk button, obviously. So, and then basically we got our departure list, which will show the planes, arrival list, and our flight plan list. These two are basically the same. I've got runway 31 selected for both airports. They basically use almost the same. 3118. No, not 18. The 1318. 36. St. Andrews has 0422, whereas Winnipeg has just a 2. Doesn't have this one anymore because it's now kilo. But you'll constantly, every now and then you'll find people, they'll sit here, request permission to cross, and you have to just remind them, update your scenery files because that runway is now defunct. Anyways. Just one pilot left online that flew out of Winnipeg. The 2 have arrived already. From Winnipeg to Toronto and Winnipeg to Quebec. Arrived roughly at the same time. What were they? Quebec was a Boeing 737-800. I remember how to properly read aircraft codes. And that was a Embraer 190. It's been a while since I've actually done this. Like the last time I did the live stream last week. I'd been off for, gosh, maybe close to a year. Nah, not a year, but a long time. It's been a while, like a good few months since I last really did anything with Flight Simulator, or VatSIM actually, I should say. Let alone controlling. Like RK1 is new for me. When I first started controlling for Winnipeg, it was Winnipeg 1, and then it became Winnipeg 2, and now I can't remember. It's good. No, don't know why. I just suddenly decided to say it was bad. But it's not, it's all good. This is what I should have done when I was showing off our TeamSpeak server. Alright, so that's that, really. Keep checking my comments. Plus uses, and it's just nice to check to see if anyone's actually watching. Basically when the weather updates, this will change color, then I'll have to manually do my update. I still haven't fixed the sound files. Maybe I'll get that done for the next week. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and do 2 hours each week. Again, can run over if there's more aircraft that come online. So if you guys enjoy the show, and if you guys fly, definitely come down, help me out, keep me away from boredom. Because really, this isn't it's simulated, but the pilots are real. It's a real simulation. Yeah. I understand what I mean. I can't just randomly make aircraft show up as that is. As much as I wish I could, I can't. There is a game like that, Tower 2011. There's Tacron 2013, I believe they did Tacron on. And then there's ARTCC, which hasn't been released as far as I'm aware. Oh, he's pre-filed, but that's the one that closed, isn't it? Yes. It was a pre-filed flight. What is that? CYWG. Doesn't look like it says CYWG. Oh, that's his. Haha, that's his home base. Man, I'm silly. Like I say, been a while, so I'm still trying to remember all of this stuff. Last week, you noticed I had to use my cheat sheet to remind myself. Basically, our way of doing it, like, it's a lot of lingo, and it's easy to forget. It is, if you don't do it for a while. And plus trying to stay current, which our SOP isn't even current, so makes things a little bit harder there. Well, the SOP hasn't been updated since last year, really, so just checking my stream, make sure everything's still running good. And the cat has come out to play. Oh, hi monster. Now being attacked by my cat. Which is always fun. As long as you don't step on the keyboard and kill everything, it'll all be good. You just want some love, don't you? Oh, I bet I sound terrible. Even just, I don't usually hear myself when I talk, but now I got this cold, I just hear it and it sounds terrible to me. The worst thing I do is I don't even like listening to my videos. The worst thing is editing my videos. Like, oh, I don't want to do this because I sound terrible. I don't like my voice, but apparently other people say they like my voice, so I keep doing it. So I know I'm more judgmental to myself. yeah, definitely, if you have other stuff you'd like me to live stream, definitely let me know. I enjoy doing this stuff. As boring as it gets sometimes. I don't mind it. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm gonna work on getting back onto my videos. Just transitioning through a lot of stuff right now, so it's taking up a lot of time. I'm gonna try and work on getting back to my 3 day schedule of Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I counted with my fingers and ended up with 4. Yeah. Monday, Wednesday, Friday is my first 4-day schedule. So, 3-day schedule. Oh boy. It's gonna be a long night, I think. Long 2 hours. Hour and 45 now. Close VatSIM again. Don't minimize it. Because it just... It'll minimize to the taskbar. I don't think I can change that, can I? Boo boo boo. Oh, you can change all your stuff if you really wanted to. Hello. Such an attention whore. No, that's all the settings. So I can't change it from minimizing to the taskbar. So I have to make sure I keep it open. There's the water view right now. Most of the traffic is located in North America right now. Oh, let's try and get a bigger picture. So clustered. Let's take off. Lights, yes. Call signs, yes. ATIS, yes. Boundaries, yes. Staffed airports, yes. Unstaffed airports. No traffic, yes. Inactive airports, no. See how many airports don't really get used? I just cleared up the map like insane. There's a guy online in Vancouver. Actually, there's 3 guys now online in a Vancouver lounge, but no one's actually staffing Vancouver yet. Let's see what's going on in the United States. Oh, we got Minneapolis, Albuquerque, New Orleans, Houston, Memphis, Kansas, Miami, Washington. Is more tightly. Oh, that's back into Canada. And they have Seattle. Vancouver's online. Oh wait, I was saying Vancouver, right? Yeah, never mind. I was looking at Edmonton when I was saying Vancouver wasn't staffed. Owen Wilson's on center. Dave Fry's approach departure around Vancouver Airport. It's actually the approach controller, which will handle departures. And as Anchorage, which extends all the way down there. Still no one on the ground here. Looking for comments. Thomasburg's not actually. Alden's not actually on TeamSpeak. Okay, anyways. Like you can see, there's a lot around. In the States. Montreal. And the one I'm surprised isn't really online is CYXU. CYXU is the original VatCan training airport. That is London, and then there's Toronto Pearson, which is a very, very busy airport in Canada, in real life and on VatSIM. That's quite the international hub. Crazy cat hair. So yeah, it's not uncommon to see a million flights in and out of Pearson. And London will get quite a bit of traffic too, just because it's a training airport. A lot of pilots will fly it just to help the new ATC staff get used to it. So a lot of VFR, but you'll see IFR and stuff going in and out of there. This cold can go away anytime soon. It's not my favorite part of this season. But I guess it comes with the minus whatever winds. It's like minus 40s in the winds. Yeah, it's always fun. Been going for about half hour here now. And still nothing. Gosh, cat, you shed like crazy. Winnipeg is one of the quietest airports on the VatSIM network, and Calgary and Edmonton do get quite a bit of traffic. Vancouver does not too bad. Montreal is definitely another big one. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's about it for Canada, the main airports. Oh, yeah. Hey, cat. Are you trying to talk into the microphone? Let everyone know you're there. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's actually 20 minutes past today. 290, I guess. 290 is closer to 3-1 than it is to 1-8. So we'll leave it at 3-1, but I have to go update this, so at least you'll see that much. We do that much. Yeah, unusable wafer. Winnipeg airport information, Foxtrot, weather at 0100 Zulu, winds 290 at 10, visibility 12 statute miles, sky conditions, scattered clouds at 5,200, scattered at 20,000, temperature -32, dew point -36, altimeter 3844. Approach ILS runway tree 1 in use. Departing runway tree 1. Read back all hold short instructions. Advise ATC you have information Foxtrot. Okay. Yeah, we'll mark that as red. Go back to my thing anyways. So that's basically how an ATIS update goes. I should double check to make sure. 5,200. Scattered at 20,000. Okay, so yeah. If I had managed to actually fix the auto file, like, everything here is actually me talking right. I just saved it in the wrong bit rate and stuff like that, and it's not signed properly, like, I don't know, so it won't accept it. So basically I have to redo it all again in the right, oh, it has to be mono. I did in stereo, and it has to be like a certain bit rate, and I didn't do it in that right bit rate, so it's all gonna have to get redone before I can let it go. It does come with a female voice, but they don't like it. I've had this discussion with them. They don't enjoy it. So, but I'm thinking, like, if I put my own voice on there, it'll squeeze by. We'll call that a trick of the trade. And plus, if I do it when I'm feeling good, and when I'm feeling like this, I don't sound terrible on an ATIS. I'm not even sure how often any of the other positions get online. We'll quickly find that out. Okay, let's try and listen to get you updating the ATIS. There's a lot of Canadian Express online, that's for sure. Oh. Shh. I don't like that sound. Oops, I don't edit. Sure. ATC coverage. Oh, just me. That's nice. Yeah.
Static at 20,000. Temperature -32. Dew point -36. Altimeter 3844. Approach ILS runway 31 in use. Departing runway 31. Feedback hold for short instructions. FS ATC, your information Foxtrot.
Still sounds very quiet, doesn't it? I don't know why. I'm trying to figure all this out as I go along. So, I'm sorry about it in advance. Anyways, Nothing there. About a half hour now. Quarter of the way in. Okay, so I don't know things to talk about. View.info is another program I use. This was the a route finding program. I know how to fix that. Like that. That didn't fix it at all. It fixed part of it. Anyways, it's basically what I use as a route finder. Until unknown mode, it says, oh, whatever. Not gonna bother. And all these flights just fly over, really. But not much I can do about it, really. I do have the premium version, so this should work. Anyways, route. Reopen that. Search. CYWG. This is a slower way, it gives you all the routes, but I don't know, it's harder to understand just because CYWZ, that's what I want. So basically you'll get all your different flights at different levels. These are all submitted. Fuel, which I don't really use. Export, which is definitely what I use. Weather really only shows for, it says North America, but it's really only in the United States. You don't really get too much up here. I need NOTAMs, which is Notice to Airmen's. ATC coverage, which will show that I'm on. And stuff like that, yes. All very interesting stuff if you care about it. Oh, I hate that sound. It's an Internet Explorer sound. It's terrible. So I don't know why it's being stupid like that. Yeah, it is set up for 2-second keyframes. So we'll see how that runs. And the buffer just slowly gets bigger, really. So I had the auto adjust going. So basically if the buffer gets too big, it'll reduce the size of the quality of the stream just to help fit it down the pipe. But it should still preserve the keyframe. Transmission. Oops. But I guess it doesn't, which is strange. And obviously, see, I've minimized it again. The one big difference is stuff like this in the road is always going to be staffed, so you'd never have a. Oh, that scared me. That was loud. I don't know if it was loud for you guys, but it was loud for me. Yeah, I don't get why it's so loud on my end, but for you guys, it's quiet. Yeah, not sure why. Can't figure that stupid thing out. And basically, what I was saying. Oh yeah, in the row out, all these positions would be staff, center, tower. It's always 24-hour staffed, but this is all volunteers, so it's whenever they get online. Otherwise, you just monitor Unicom channel and just report your position. Unicom has to be done in text. It's a big debate, really, in the VatSIM universe. People are saying that to facilitate the proper simulation, it shouldn't be done in text. But then they say, like, people might have, they don't have headsets or speakers or anything, so, or they might not be able to have it on, so rather than have only a select group hear it and then the rest miss out, they want to be able to have everyone do it. Be able to hear it and understand and know what's going on. Makes sense, but yeah, it's the trade-off between realism and having everyone aware of what's going on. What do we got here? 39.5. So definitely not supposed to be that close. Which is scheduled PAL. You were supposed to be at 37. Why are you so much higher than what you're scheduled? Because that is not good. That would be dangerous in real world. It's supposed to be 1,000 feet of separation. Right now there's less than 500. So if there was a center control on, he'd be having fun with those two. Yeah, it wouldn't be much to tell one of them to, well, tell that PAL flight to descend his actual assigned altitude. Maybe he just completely forgot what he picked as his altitude. This guy's right at flight level 400. Oh well. Where's he going? He's going to Toronto Pearson. Yeah, that would have been pretty near miss, that's for sure. Yeah, see, the system's not perfect. That's kind of what happens when you leave pilots to their own devices. They will go and just do what they want. They really do. And one of the challenges being a controller, some of these people might not be used to flying with air traffic control, so I've had it where the pilot will plop down and they'll start taxiing and not even say a word to me, like. So you gotta try and instruct them the flow, how to properly contact ATC and get the right permissions, get clearances and stuff like that, and you're that step of the contact. It's pretty interesting. I like this. I like doing this. I also do miss flying. Canada to Vancouver. Dallas Airlines and PAL, I can't remember. Philippine Virtual Airlines. They usually do say in their remarks. That doesn't. It's connected to the Europe CC server. Oh, he is a European. His home is a K. What's he connected to? Oceania. Yeah, see, a lot of them aren't English too. English isn't their first language. Oh yeah, CYWG. He's definitely English. Montreal, always a fun place to fly. I was showing you the last time. Turn these back on. I was flying around here. For that challenge, from here to here. After I just came from. But anyways, like, a lot of the controllers are from actual Quebec. So, again, their first language isn't English, but in real world ATC, English is the primary method of communication, so VatSIM simulates that. So, all controllers out there are supposed to speak English. But if there's a French pilot and a French controller online, it is perfectly acceptable for them to speak French to each other. It's just, it makes it easier for them. And the thing I find with French accents is so thick, especially a French Canadian. Such a thick, deep accent. So it can be challenging to understand them half the time. But it makes for some fun flying, that's for sure. Oh, let's see, one flaw. I was just thinking about this. It is an aged game, Microsoft Flight Simulator 10. Thankfully it's the community modifications that help keep it up to date with a lot of things like this. So you got people releasing texture packs, like they've added in the new Winnipeg Airport. For this version of VioScript, I haven't completely changed it yet, but I'm pretty sure there's packs out there where it's done well. Like, it might not be a free pack, but there's a lot of payware scenery files, but they're worth the money. They are. But there's also some good freeware out there. I use a lot of freeware. I actually used to create freeware scenery. I updated Winnipeg. I know I updated Brandon. That's Portage. There's Brandon. Huh, they took out that runway. They don't even show it as a taxi or anything. But yeah. And there's another one that comes in our control. Regina. Saskatoon? CYWG, I can't remember. Yeah, Saskatoon. Yeah, that's all in our Winnipeg FIR. Let's return to Winnipeg. Well, I'm 45 and 3/4 of an hour into my first hour. And so much, not so much going on. I think I only did 1 hour last week, didn't I? It just goes to show that, you know, some weeks I did better than other weeks. Oh yes, I'm back in. It's terrible. Oh, I only did about half hour last time. So, yeah, like I say. Like I say, it varies. But I'm hoping, like, if I do something like this constantly, where I'm always constantly on at the same time, and pilots will see that, and especially if pilots are watching this and they'll be like, hey, I always wanted to fly there, try it out, or I want to be online, be live, that they'll come and try it. So here's to you guys that want to try that. I've been trying to acquire a Flight Simulator 10. But since they shut down the Microsoft Live Store, you can't really get it digitally anywhere that I've been able to find. And I don't feel like waiting for a disc, but I might end up having to do that. So, but then I'll definitely get those going, live streams of flights, and you'll be able to talk to me, chat with me as I fly Canadian Express virtual airline planes across Canada, and as I log more hours, we'll do some international flights too, do some crossing the ponds. That's something I definitely want to try and get into, is some well, VatSIM has events that they hold throughout the year, and Across the Pond is one of them. It's a biannual event, one each way. So they'll go east to west, one at one point, and then west to east for the other event. So it's always fun to get into. Slots are limited. It's interesting though, but you can always, you don't have to register. You can always just show up and partake and hope that you can get out on time. Because the event's gone so big, they literally give you, you pick your airport where you're leaving, and then you pick a time, and they'll give you a time slot, a call sign, like a code, and a gate number where you're gonna start out at that gate number. And you're basically gonna you'll be, yeah, I honestly haven't done a Across the Pond flight yet. I was gonna try and do it last year, or earlier this year, beginning of this year I think, from, I don't know. I think I registered, I can't even remember now, but I wasn't able to make it. Unfortunately, I was having software issues and stuff like that, so I ended up not being able to fly, which is terrible. So I tried my best, but it would have been interesting because, like, they give you like your departure time and stuff, and guaranteed everything's going to be behind, you know. But everything is guaranteed to be fully staffed, so you'll be flying out, and it's going to be tight because they're going to want to be getting people off, and you know, people are still going to be trying to come in and everything, so it's pretty fun. So it's definitely something I plan on doing in the future more, is these events and more flight sim stuff. And you heard me clap my hands, didn't you, cat? You woke up from your slumber and was like, oh, maybe he's going to pet me. Ugh, and the cat's moving my mouse. What? This is Nuzzles. Alrighty. So last 10 minutes of the first hour. This is the point where I start regretting that I signed up for the 2 hours, but I'll do it, I'll make it through talking to myself as much as possible. Hoping to find stuff to do, hoping for people to fly. Some guy said he was gonna fly, but haven't seen him online yet, so maybe stuff just came up and he was, oh, what's it? I minimized it again. Yeah. But that guy is oh, yeah. That guy's an S1. Maybe it's two of them on there. Oh, oh. No, it's just the one in Vancouver. Yeah, Canada's looking pretty quiet tonight. Oh, Toronto Centre. Sorry, Toronto Pearson got their departure control. Yeah, departure controller online. London's gone inactive. Yeah. This is how interesting stuff can be. We should say, I don't know, it's which is another site that I find is enjoyable to use. Oh boy. The excitement never stops. That's for sure, right? Just keep waiting for someone, I guess. check this place out. As you probably saw last time, this is the, if you watched the last one, this is what I use for my changed everything. I know it took me a while to find it last time. CYWG. Yeah, no, I don't want that. Not that. There we go. Navigation digital charts. CYWG. So we can see, yeah, RK1 is our departure. Is the current departure. G1 is ILS. So I guess what I'll do now is I'll go over this with you guys while I wait for some excitement. So basically these are not for use for flying, but they still work for so basically what we will use for our simulations. So basically it tells you how to come in. You'll come in from ZTH NDB, which is at the forks. So down to around 2700 until you're established on the glide path. I'll bring you in. I wouldn't do that. Yeah. You'd be vectored a lot better. You're directly in this way. Yep. What else can I show you? Those are the stars, which are the arrivals. Last time we were using VRR NDB runway 18, so I'll show you what that consists of here. So basically it's a very indirect, and at the last minute you'll turn. I can easily show you on here. Right. It's usually ZWG, you hit that, then you'll come in. You're supposed to come in there and or around about there and slide in. That's how it's supposed to go. Because there's no LS, you can't just automatically land, you have to, it's a very manual job. See that guy pretty soon actually. There he is. Still sitting at 390. And climbing by the looks of it. Also doesn't have his transponder set right, so it's squawking 7061. Hammer bots. I don't think that's an emergency code. But yeah. I'll just sit here and I don't have jurisdiction over him. My control area is basically within this black zone and only up to 2,500. Outside of that it goes to this zone, I believe. I can change it and show. CYWG tower approach. No, departure. We'll do departure. Apply. So that's what the... Ow! Again, that was loud in my ear. So that's how much departure has. And I forget what the top limit for them is. What about approach? It's changed slightly since I remember it. But, oh well. They're always constantly making changes to stuff. Alright, and the first hour is officially complete. Halfway done. Alright. I don't need to have POW selected. Basically what you can do if you have the text type, you click them. It says POW on, and then whenever you think will say, it'll still be public, but it'll be prefixed with theirs, so they know it's going to them. So yeah. Yeah, I'm getting bored. Expected a turnout today, but apparently there's none. No one wants to fly Winnipeg. Do they, kitty? Yeah, let's just do this. That's gonna give me a stinking error. YouTube's gonna sign me out. Yeah, let's just do this. Oops. Oh yeah. Set as Really? Locked out again? Like, what is with YouTube?